Hello friends. Welcome back to my kitchen. I apologize if my voice goes out. I have been suffering with allergies today, like to no end. I decided to have lunch outside and now my eyes are watery, I'm sneezing, it's all the feels. So if you have allergies and you're suffering from those, drop those below. I'd love to hear it. Anyways, welcome to my kitchen. It is Whatcha Cooking Wednesday, and I'm Cherise Hurd, your pampered chef consultant. Thank you for joining me tonight. I do so appreciate it. I am going to make a super fast dinner, and partly because a lot of the prep work was done ahead of time. So this is a meal. It's a sheet pan meal, which is one I love because like minimal dishes, right? And it cooks all at one time. It's kind of a one pot meal almost. So it is one of my go-tos for dinner. I love sheet pan meals, but this one actually you prep it ahead, and it has to sit kind of marinating for 30 minutes or overnight. So you can put this together the night before, you can put this together the morning of, and that way all you have to do is just basically dump it on the sheet pan and put it in the oven. That's it. I am going to be making rice to go along with this, but that's it. I mean, it's super simple, and I'm going to, tell you about a few things with this that'll make it easier for you. All right, are you guys ready? Before we get cooking, I know you thought I was going to say let's get cooking. Before we get cooking, remember to say hello in the comments. Tell me what you're cooking in your kitchen today. What's for dinner? If you're suffering from allergies like me, tell me allergies. And if you're watching the replay, comment replay so that I know that you were here afterwards. And feel free to share the video because maybe your friends need a quick and easy dinner too. All right, now let's get cooking. So I told you I was going to make some rice. I think I've showed you guys this recipe before, but it is a family go-to recipe. We love rice, so I make it a couple times a week for dinner. I'm going to be using, this is our multi-cooker plus. It's our three-quart multi-cooker. So it's a little bit, it's the biggest one we have, but it also has two parts to the lid. So all of our other ones just have one lid with the holes in it, and mostly for reheating foods or steaming vegetables. But this one has this interior part, and that actually keeps it from boiling over. So it's perfect for cooking rice, potatoes, pasta. If you want to make a quick mac and cheese, don't bother with boiling water. Throw it in here, all right? Makes it super simple, and then you can drain it through the lid, add some evaporated milk and some cheese, and mac and cheese is ready to go. 3 ingredients, okay? All right, anyways, I've got a cup of jasmine rice. Jasmine rice is my go-to. I just like the aroma of it and the texture, and it cooks up perfectly every time. So 1 cup of rice in there, 2 cups of water. You can also use vegetable broth or chicken broth if you prefer. And then I'm going to be doing, this is kind of our, what do I call this? It's a cumin and turmeric, so kind of a yellow rice. If you like a yellow rice, this is kind of what it is. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil in there. I'm just eyeballing it. There's no right or wrong right there. And then in here, I've already put a teaspoon of sea salt, half teaspoon of turmeric, and a half teaspoon of cumin. So the turmeric is what makes it that yellow color. And it has some great properties to it as far as it's good for your inflammation, reducing inflammation and things like that. And then cumin, and that gives it a little bit of spice, all right? So we're just going to pop that in there. I have my favorite. This is the medium, or the small. Actually, this is called small mixing scraper. It's kind of like a spoon. Can you guys see it? It's kind of like, it is my go-to. I have like 2 or 3 of them. Seriously. I like all the mixing scrapers, but this, what they call small one, because we have the regular one, which is bigger than the small, obviously. And then we have a mini, which is smaller than this, okay? All right, let's put that aside. So that's kind of all mixed together. Now, in the microwave on high for 5 minutes, and then on 50% for 10 minutes, all right? Perfect rice every time I do it, okay? So let me just get this started. 5 minutes on high. Oop. All right, there we go. All right, so let me put this aside, out of my way. There we go. All right, on to our sheet pan meal. So I'm going to be using our chimichurri seasoning. That's what's going to season this whole meal all up, okay? So when I put this together, I mixed in a 2-cup prep bowl, 1/4 cup of chimichurri, 1/3 of a cup of olive oil, and 2 tablespoons of water, all right? You mix that up. First thing, get it kind of so that the seasonings inside here can get rehydrated, okay? To make that, because chimichurri is generally a fresh herbs chopped up with a kind of oil and a little bit of acid, like vinegar or something. So that's, you want to get it rehydrated by just letting it sit there, okay? So do that first thing. Then you're going to cut up a red pepper, and onion, red onion, depending on how big they are. Today I did one that was about, it was like, I don't know, huge. So I did about half of it, a little bit more than half of it. And then the recipe calls for zucchini. I like to do a zucchini and a yellow squash together. So this is a great summertime meal. And then use chicken tenders. So chicken tenders weren't on sale this week. So I used chicken breast that I cut into slices that looks kind of like chicken tender sizes. You throw it all in a bag. Yep, all of it. Chicken, veggies, all together with about 6 tablespoons of the seasoning. That's why I have of this chimichurri. That's why I have a little bit left, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that a little bit. So you're making this up the night before. You can put your chimichurri in the refrigerator, but like as soon as you get home or just bring it out and let it kind of, because the olive oil that's in there is going to kind of solidify, and you want it to kind of get back to room temperature, okay, before you start making it into a sauce. All right, so anyways, I have chicken breast. Now, like, if you want chicken tenders, so let's talk about prepping this ahead. You can prep up the vegetables, like, say you're doing a Sunday prep. Just cut up the vegetables, get your chicken tenders all ready. I mean, the chicken tenders are pretty much ready anyways, unless you want to pull out the tendon. Otherwise, they're ready to go, right? But prep those, keep those in 2 separate bags. Then, like the morning of or the night before, put to your chimichurri seasoning together. You know, let it get set for a little bit. You can even make this up on Sunday and let it get ready. Cut up your vegetables. Then you're just going to mix your vegetables, your meat, and the sauce together, maybe in the morning before you go to work. And then you come home and it's all marinated, ready to go, okay? So easy. I mean, and it's so flavorful. This chimichurri sauce seasoning has so much flavor packed into it. You don't need anything else, okay? All right, so now I've got here, before I dump it, this is our Brilliance half sheet pan. So you want a really big sheet pan. Excuse me. I love the Brilliance one because it's non-stick, okay? Super easy clean up, love that. All right, but you can either do this on our regular half sheet pan, or if you're a person that doesn't like their chicken and veggies mixed together, keep them separated, do it on the modular sheet pans. All right, lots of different options, or even on a bar pan, all right, that works too. But I just love the way it cooks up on the Brilliance. All right, and then we're just gonna dump it on here. See how easy this is? Seriously, that is, there you go, all right. Dump it on there. Now we're gonna spread it out. Let me grab my mixing scraper just to kind of spread this all out, because you want it on a mostly single layer, okay? So your chicken, you don't want your chicken stacked on top of your veggies if you can help it. So they'll just cook better if we do it. Just get it all spread out. We don't want the chicken on top of each other because we want it to cook evenly. So when you're cutting this up, so one of my things, if you're not comfortable cutting it into the veggies into even sized pieces, what I suggest, use the Okay, the name is going to come to me in a second. Quick slice to cut your veggies, especially the zucchini. It'll cut the slices evenly and then just cut them into half moon after that, all right? Or cut it into half moons, then slice it. There we go. All right, I'm just getting this all spread out. There we go. Make sure it's not overlapping too much. It's gonna fill the plate. It's gonna fill this thing, as you can see. All right, there we go. That's it. Okay, now I put it in the oven. I don't think my oven hasn't even heated up yet to 400. All right, 1 second. I'm gonna do my rice because that's now got 10 more minutes. Let's see. So cook time 10 minutes at 50%. What is it doing? Uh-oh. Okay, hold on a minute. All right, I gotta start again. I don't know what I did. I hit something, the wrong button. That's what I get for hurrying. There we go. All right. There we go. And the oven is beeped, so now I can put this in the oven. All right. So 20 minutes. All it's going to take, 20 minutes in the oven. All right. So let's pop this in there. Boom. 20 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes. All right. Now we're going to use the rest of this sauce here. So like I said, we're going to use 6 tablespoons in the bag with all the veggies. So it leaves a little bit left in here. So we're going to make a little fun sauce to go. You can put it on the side or you can put it on top of it, whatever you like. Just going to add a little ranch dressing to it. All right, about 3 tablespoons is all you're going to need. I'm going to eyeball it. I don't know, give or take 3 good squirts. There we go. It's going to squirt out at me. Got my mini stainless steel whisk here. And I'm just going to whisk this together. This sauce is so good. Oh my gosh. I mean, it is delicious. So if you're not a sauce person, if maybe you're not a ranch person, you don't like the sauce or whatever, just throw all of the seasoning in the bag with all the vegetables, okay? And I will tell you that I doubled the meat in this recipe. I did 2 pounds of chicken because I have a 23-year-old 6-foot son living at home, and he'll eat a pot of chicken by himself. So that I always double the chicken or the meat because whenever he's home. Okay, so now my sauce is made. My chicken's in the my chicken and veggies are in the oven. My rice is going. It's got less than 10 minutes left. Dinner's easy. I mean, look at this. I've hardly messed any. So the prep time when I was prepping, that I did a knife and a cutting board. That's all I dirtied. Okay, I did all the veggies first, then I did the chicken. Boom. All right, and then I wanted a whisk in the bowl. Okay, when I made the sauce, the first time, to get it in there. And now I've got the whisk, still got the bowl and the lid, and the sheet pan and a couple a spoon. I mean, this recipe couldn't be any easier. It is a must if you're going to be busy one night. You just don't have time to cook or prep it up. This can be prepped ahead of time and just throw it in the oven. Okay, 20 minutes. Now I can go read a book, crochet, do some dishes. Who wants some dishes? Laundry. Help the kids with homework if I had them. So this is the one meal that you want to do so you can still eat at home, save that money. You know what I mean? Have some time around the table with the family. All right. That's it. That's all I got for you tonight. Super quick and easy. I just wanted to show you this meal because it's one of our favorites. I just love the flavor of this chimichurri seasoning. So I make this quite often and it's really just so easy. I hope you'll give it a try. I will share the recipe below and I'll share a picture of the chicken and veggies when it comes out of the oven. You're going to want to try it. I know it. If you have any questions about it, just drop them below. Let me know what you think. Tell me, do you think you would try it? Comment, try it, if you would give this recipe a try. I would love to know. And if you have a favorite sheet pan meal, please share it with me because I love sheet pan meals. They are one of my go-tos when I'm busy or I don't really want to cook, but we need to eat at home so we can save some money, right? All right. Hope you all have a fantastic week. I'll be here next week for the last day of April. Oh my gosh, where has this year already gone? 4 months down of 2025. I hope you all have a great week. Enjoy the warmer spring weather. Take care, everyone. Bye.